Hello students, in this video we will learn about the concept nuclear energy from the sources of energy. So what exactly the concept of the nuclear energy? Nuclear energy is what the energy released from the nucleus of an atom. That type of energy is called the nuclear energy. Now everyone is very much curious to know about this type of energy. Might you have heard this word nuclear energy from the newspapers from someone else, isn't it? What are the advantages and what are the disadvantages, why the people are against of this such type of energies, that everything might you have learned from the, or might you have came to know from the newspapers or someone else. First of all, we'll discuss about how this energy is going to be extracted, isn't it? Generally, there are two processes are there from which we can able to create this, we can able to produce this energy, and these two processes are called as, the first one is the nuclear fission and the second one is the nuclear fusion. Clear? So here I have written both the process. One is the nuclear fission and the nuclear fusion. What I am telling is that this energy can be produced by using these two processes, fission and fusion. What is the meaning of the fusion? Fission means to split. Correct? And the fusion means what? To join or to fuse. Clear? फ्यूजन का मतलब क्या होता है कि स्प्लिट होना, और फ्यूजन का मतलब होता है कि ज्वाइन होना, टुगेदर, isn't it? फ्यूज होना. That is what exactly the difference between the fission and fusion. Now students, to generate this electricity we want some processes, we are going through some processes. One is the fission and the second one is the fusion. But how they are going to be, isn't it? How and where they are going to be generated? They are generated in a nuclear power plants, and there we are having a concept which is called as nuclear reactor. And this nuclear reactor is consist of fuel rods, control rods, moderators, coolant, protective shield, and finally the generation of electricity through this much of the process that has to be done. Clear? So these are the major components which we required in the nuclear power reactors or the nuclear power plants, isn't it? But when we discuss about that, the first when we talk about this nuclear reactor, we will talk this fission and fusion later on. But first of all, we will discuss what is the working function of the each and every component that we are using in the nuclear reactor. The first one is the fuel rod. What does the fuel rod do, isn't it? Because to generate this electricity we want something, and that is the fuel we are using here is the heavier elements which are like uranium, isn't it? Plutonium, Neptunium, all these type of thorium, all these are the heavy elements, are the source of this energy. And we are using that as a fuel to generate this energy, to get the electricity. So, what is the fuel in case of the nuclear energy? Is the uranium. Is the uranium. Is the fuel in case of the nuclear energy. Is the fuel in a fission process. Get what I am saying? This is what exactly it is to be called as. Now next one is what the control rods. What exactly they control, isn't it? The rate of fission. What they is to do? These control rods controls the rate of fission. That is what exactly it is to be called as the control rod. That is the functions of the control rods. The next one is the moderators. What these moderators do, you know very well. During that process, in the fission process, there are some neutrons are there which are moving with the high speed. Clear? So now using these moderators, we can slow down these neutrons. Correct? We can slow down these neutrons by using some of the like graphite as well as the heavier element, heavy water. So by using that too, we can slow down the fast moving neutrons. So that is what the working of these moderators. Coolant, what does do, isn't it? During this fission process, large amount of the heat is produced, and that produced heat is carried away by the coolant. Correct? That is what exactly the working function of the coolant. Protective shield is what? Children, protective shield is very important. Why? This protective shield is generally made up of what? Concrete material, isn't it? And whatever the nuclear reactor is there, or whatever the protective shield is there, what exactly it do? It avoids, or it will stop whatever the radiations wants to go into the environment, isn't it? If suppose there are some of the radiations are there which are might possibility that they will leak into the radiation, they will leak into the environment. So just avoid that leakage of the radiations in the environment. What we are using a protective shield. We are going to discuss about it disadvantage, but this is what the protective shield. Clear? What it do? It avoids the leakage of the radiations in the environment. And finally, by using this all the heat and everything, what we used to be generate? Electricity generated, and that is what the motto behind this nuclear reactor and the nuclear power plant. Clear? Now I will come to the two concepts, that is the nuclear fission and nuclear fusion. How it takes place, what is the fission process, what is the fusion process, isn't it? We are talking about it splits up, we are talking in fusion is the to join or to fuse. Now when we discuss about this, there are two things are there. One is called as it can be used for the destructive purposes and for the constructive purposes. So this fission process is used in the constructive purposes in the nuclear reactor to generate the electricity, and a destructive purpose, as you know very well, isn't it, which leads to the some of the which we don't want the things, that is what for the destructive purposes. Now let us try to focus on concept, that is what the nuclear fission. Correct? What exactly the concept of the nuclear fission means, isn't it? Now what I told you earlier, that in case of the nuclear fission, I am telling you the statement, in case of the nuclear fission, two heavy elements get converted into two lighter elements. This is what the process is taken place in case of the nuclear fission. What happens? There is one heavy elements like a uranium, isn't it? From that uranium, two lighter elements are going to be generated, and that process is called the nuclear fission, isn't it? What I am telling you, let us suppose this is what element is taken, and that element is which one? Heavy element. On that heavy element, we are going to be incident what? Low energy neutron. What we are going to be incident? A low energy neutron is incident, and as soon as this low energy neutron is incident or the bombarded on the heavier element, from that what happens? You know that it splits into the two lighter nuclei. It splits into how many nuclei? Two lighter nuclei. That is what the concept it is to be called as the nuclear fission. Correct? Now as per the how we are going to be generate this electricity, according to the Einstein relation, E is equals to what? Delta M C square. Correct? E is the energy. If suppose we have a little mass difference, we can able to convert into the energy. This was exactly the concept. Correct? यहाँ पर हो क्या रहा है? जो heavy element का जो भी mass होगा, उसका mass टू लाइटर एलिमेंट से इन दोनों का जो भी डिफरेंस मिले मास का, क्योंकि इसका मास और इसका मास में क्या होगा, हमें we are getting some little difference of the mass, isn't it? When these two lighter nuclei are generated from this individual element, so then there is some mass difference, and that mass difference is taken to convert the energy. Clear? That is what the procedure taken place in case of the nuclear fission. Did you what I'm saying? So this low energy neutron, how it is produced? You know that when low energy neutron is bombarded on this uranium, from that immediately what happens? Two lighter nuclei are generated. Along with that, some neutrons are generated, and energy is also what? Generated. This what the procedure is taken place in case of the nuclear fission. Clear? So this what exactly the nuclear fission. Now when we talk about this nuclear fusion process, which one? Nuclear fusion process. So how and what exactly is the nuclear fusion? Let us discuss about this nuclear fusion. What is the nuclear fusion, my children? This nuclear fusion is very simple, just opposite to that of a fission. What happens? Two lighter nuclei or elements comes together to form heavy element. That's it. और heavy nuclei. यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है? दो लाइटर न्यूक्लियर आ रहे हैं, तो क्या बन रहा है? हेवी एलिमेंट बन रहा है. वहां पर क्या हो रहा है? एक हेवी एलिमेंट से दो लाइटर न्यूक्लियर बन रहा है, और इसके साथ में एनर्जी भी रिलीज हो रही है, न्यूट्रॉन भी मिल रहे हैं. करेक्ट? दैट इज व्हाट? दैट इज द कंट्रोल्ड प्रोसेस. ये जो फ्यूजन प्रोसेस है, इट इज अ कंट्रोल्ड प्रोसेस. Clear? So two lighter nuclei comes together to form a heavier element. So what is the procedure now? Generally there is one relation I am just telling you, that two lighter nuclei. Now what are the lighter nuclei? Let us suppose 1H2, that is the deuterium, plus 1H3, that is the tritium, leads to the heavy element, that is helium, plus produces some amount of the neutron. तो कितना न्यूट्रॉन बना यहाँ पर? एक न्यूट्रॉन. This is what the एक न्यूट्रॉन. और हीलियम एटम बना. उसके साथ में कौन कौन से दो लाइटर न्यूक्लियर एक साथ आ गए ताकि वो हेवी एलिमेंट बना सके? ड्यूटेरियम एंड ट्रिटियम. Correct? This is what the procedure is taken place in case of the fusion. And my dear student, this fusion process generally takes place in what? Sun and the stars. The source of energy in the sun and the stars are what? The fusion process. There in the sun, whatever the light we are getting, that light is only due to because of whatever the energy we are having at the sun, that energy is only because of this nuclear fusion. This process continuously takes place in the sun, and due to because of that the sun is getting the energy and we are getting the light. Clear? So because of why this process, then two lighter nuclei comes together to form the heavier elements. Get you what I'm saying? So this is what the concept it is to be called as the nuclear fusion. Now the advantages we know which can be generated the electricity, that is the most advantages. But the disadvantages is that the storage and the disposal of spent or used fuels. This is the major problem, isn't it? Whatever the fuel that we are using, uranium, neptunium, thorium, all these type of the heavy elements, that takes a lot of time to decay, isn't it? Might be that takes 1,000 years, 2,000 years, 3,000 years to completely vanish, isn't it? Still, they are in the environment and they causes a lot of radiations in the environment, and from that, the human life get disturbed. People will. There are so many things could be the possibility. Clear? So whatever the fuels that we are using, how to store and how to dispose, that is the major problem. That is the major problem. That is the major problem. Even the people are facing this problem a lot. How to store and how to dispose. Because if they are completely in contact with the environment, they release their radiations and they are very hazardous for the human life, for the animal life. Clear? So this is what the concern and it has to be think. The second one is that the risk of accidental leakage of nuclear radiations. Dear students, in a nuclear reactor, that is what the reason the people are against of this nuclear power plant. If suppose this nuclear power plant is there, and in that nuclear power plant, if suppose the radiations, nuclear radiations are going to be leakage accidentally, then what happens? You know that there are so many things which we cannot imagine, that much of the disadvantage and that much of it is hazardous, isn't it? And that is what it is, a very much we are risky if suppose the radiations are going to be released in the environment from these nuclear reactors. Clear? And the third one is the improper nuclear waste storage disposal results in the environmental contamination, that already I discussed with you. It's going to be contaminate the environment, and from that, you know, there are, which leads to be the so many health problems has to be faced by the people, and that is what it, that there is some proper way has to be finded out, so that these radiations cannot be, isn't it, released into the environment, and from that we can save the life of the human. This is what exactly the concept of the nuclear energy. Obviously it has advantages, it can generate the tremendous amount of the energy, but along with that we need to be think, we need to be focused, we need to be highlight, we need to be emphasis how these radiations which are coming in a contact with the environment has to be reduced. This is all about the concept it is to be called the nuclear